Good morning, it's Wednesday, April 22nd, and I wanted to offer a quick comment on the content in these videos. So it comes from my morning writing, my morning reflections, my reminders to myself about things to keep in mind throughout the day. And if I think the content might be helpful for somebody else, then I'm happy to share it in these videos. But these are things that I'm struggling with, that I'm working through, and today's topic is particularly challenging. But let's start with a couple of quotes. The first is from Marcus Aurelius. These are the characteristics of the rational soul: self-awareness, self-examination, and self-determination. It reaps its own harvest, it succeeds in its own purpose. Now, Ryan Holiday goes on to say that to be rational, to equip ourselves to make the right decisions, we need just three things. First, we must look inward. Second, we must examine ourselves critically. Finally, we must make our own decisions, uninhibited by biases or popular notions. Now, here's where we need a major disclaimer. So, while I applaud and I agree with both of these thinkers' perspectives, this process can be incredibly challenging. It's intimidating to just start. It requires intense focus and honesty. It can be painful as you're forced to confront yourself on deep issues. The process can be messy and drawn out. And finally, it's iterative. Just as it said that you only step in the same river once, life changes. We change with time, and we have to revisit this exercise periodically. Now, that all sounds prohibitively daunting, so why would we even bother? Well, because we acknowledge that we are the only ones who can take ownership over our own lives. Because we know that taking appropriate action requires objective thought. Because of memento mori, or the reminder that we are mortal. Marcus told himself, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Therefore, we must listen to Marcus's guidance to learn to ask of all actions, why are they doing that? Starting with your own. So here are a few ideas on getting started on this process. 1, identify the areas for analysis. What are the areas of your life that are most important to you? What can you not afford to neglect? Think about life as a juggling act in which each one of these areas is a glass ball. If you take your eye off one ball for too long, the end result is not very good. For me, those areas are family, friends, health and nutrition, service to others, personal growth, and meaningful work. So what are yours? Next, number 2, pick one area to start. We have to learn the process. We have to walk before we run. So where can you be as objective and honest with yourself as possible? What demands immediate attention? Maybe it's health and nutrition. For me, it was. I think that's a low risk, high reward area, but many people choose this area for New Year's resolutions and then end up falling short. And why is that? Well, because they only scratched the surface. It was a superficial change that never stuck. It never resulted in real action or change. So what does that require? Well, number 3, you need to allow yourself to create stillness of the mind to work through this exercise. You have to be able to find clarity on what really matters. You have to be able to set yourself up for success. In his book, Stillness is the Key, Ryan Holiday reminds us of these key points. To find that stillness, you need to become present. Don't waste energy regretting the past or worrying about the future. You need to limit your thoughts. Avoid those distractions. You need to empty your mind. If we can clear space, then insights and breakthroughs happen. Think about it when you wake up in the morning and you have that realization that you didn't have the previous day, or when you're in the shower and these wonderful ideas come to you. It's because you've been able to empty your mind. Slow down, think deeply. Start journaling. That allows you to see thoughts from a distance. It allows you to be vulnerable and to get your true thoughts out onto paper. Seek wisdom. This is gained through experience, study, reflection. We need to familiarize ourselves with the unfamiliar. We need to accept challenges. We need to find our tribe of mentors. Number 4, begin the implementation. Make your changes. Design systems. As James Clear writes in Atomic Habits, remember, goals are good for setting direction. Systems are good for making progress. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So we need to get these in place and take action. Number 5, set time to review your progress. Choose 3 or 6 month check-ins. What's working? What's not? How far have you come? Can you trust the process? Has your confidence and your conviction increased? Number 6, if so, begin anew with the next area. the next most challenging ball in the air, so to speak, and continue the exercise. And if we follow this process, we're better prepared to generate that self-awareness, to conduct that self-examination, and to realize that self-determination that will allow us to live a more balanced and fulfilling life. Hope you find that useful. Have a great day.